spider can, spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man. To him, life is a great big day. Wherever there's a hang, you'll find a Spider-Man.
One. I don't really understand why people hate these Amazing Spider-Man movies so much. But then again, people do say that the second one's better, and I haven't seen that one yet. But just going by this one, it isn't that bad of a film. Like, I obviously see where people don't like it, but movie-wise, I think the plot structure is fine. It feels a little like rushed, like it had an idea of what it wanted, but also wanted to do it quick. But because they rushed it, they also were like, "Oh wait, we actually have a lot of time." So, like the stuff with Gwen Stacy, I do. Okay, let's get the relationship out of the way. There's these occasional scenes where it's kind of like an improv kind of feel to it, where they're like, haha, yeah, we're teenagers, we're so funny how we talk like this. And it's like, that's cute for a bit. It's like, oh, that's cute. I do like the relationship between these two way more than I did Mary Jane and Peter, at least in the first Spider-Man. But then after a while, the scene just gets kind of boring and like almost weird. It's like, okay, we get it. You don't know how to talk. Let's go. But a lot of people do praise the romance in this film. But one problem with it is that Peter gets the girl too quick. You know, it's like Peter didn't get Mary Jane in the first one at all, but she didn't want him until the very end of the movie, where then he then realized, oh, I have to say no because I'm Spider-Man. But in this one, he seems to get her right away. Like, they're dating. I was like, oh, they're dating apparently. Okay. They could have done something interesting with it, but they just kind of rushed it. This movie feels a lot less human. It feels a lot more like Spider than Man for a movie of this caliber. It came out in 2012. You know, all the other superhero movies are coming out. It makes sense. I think that's why people don't like it as much, is because, you know, in the first movie, Spider-Man was a dork, and in this one, he's kind of less of a nerdy dork and more of just a smart dude, if that makes sense. He's more of a Chad. Yeah, he gets the girl immediately. He's a skater. It's like, this isn't really the nerdy guy who gets picked on, you know? He isn't even the one getting picked on at first. It's some other kid, and he just stands up for him. But I kind of like that. It's almost a more realistic approach to it. Nothing ever says that Peter Parker has to be a certain way. Okay, nothing, like, Spider-Man doesn't have to be a certain thing. If somebody wants to do something new with it, they can. If they want to make Peter Parker more of, like, a smart dude rather than a nerdy dork, they can do that. He's not a cool kid, but he isn't, you know, the kid getting pushed into his locker, you know? And I'm fine with that. The villain's motivations were kind of weird. The whole movie, I'm like, if he's all about science and want to get his arm back, why didn't he just build a robot arm? You know, I get that there's more behind that about making everybody equal and whatever. So that was fine. The CG was fine. A lot of people complain that Spider-Man's kind of a douchebag in this movie, and at first he is, and I think that's the point. Like I said, I think that's the point. He starts off as, like, because the Spider-Man stuff, I think, has always been kind of a metaphor for puberty. I think always a little bit, and I think they're trying to show that here. How after the bridge scene, which the bridge scene is beautiful, that is one of the best Spider-Man scenes of all time when he saves the kid, fight me. It makes him realize, oh my gosh, I actually have an impact. Like, I'm not just doing this. At first he thinks that he's just doing this just for him, to get the guy who killed Uncle Ben, but then he realized, oh my gosh, there's a reason I got bit. There's a reason I need to do this. So, I think people are upset with these movies because, like I said, it's less of a man movie, less of a Peter Parker movie, and more of a Peter Parker Spider-Man movie. So, on the ranking, I'm going to say it, it's one above the original Spider-Man. I'm a sucker for action films. It was a neat little film to watch. I had more fun with it than the first Spider-Man. The first Spider-Man, like I said, the romance in this movie was better. Not perfect, but in the first movie it felt more like Peter was a stalker, and that Mary Jane was noticing that he was there, which is kind of weird. But in this movie, it just worked. Ish. The stuff between, they just kind of end on a weird note. how they break up and then they're like, oh, we're actually gonna get back together, and it was kind of cute, I guess. Like I said, Andrew Garfield is a fine enough Spider-Man. I feel like if he kept going, he'd have room to grow, if that makes sense. So it's a fine movie. I don't know why people hate it. Like, yes, I know that the first Spider-Man, I'm talking about the 2002 one, is a way better film, way better, like, Peter Parker movie, but sometimes you just gotta have fun and fight a giant lizard. That's the end of the video. Next time, next week, we should be watching Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And then after that, I'm doing a rewatch of the two MCU Spider-Man films, which I'll put into one video. If you're wondering how that's going to work out. So video over. Thank you guys for watching. Video over. I already said that.